Are you a procrastinator? Do you have a problem getting out of the bed every morning because when you wake up every day, you find yourself scrolling on social media for an hour before you even roll out of bed to brush your teeth and get other tasks done? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm asking you this question. Are you a procrastinator? Do you find it hard to self-start? I mean, you got all the intentions in the world to get everything you want done today done, but what percentage of that is getting completed? How many tasks are you accomplishing in your day? Think about that. I want you to think about that. And the reason why I want you to think about that is because that hour that you spent scrolling on social media could have easily been 30 minutes that you worked out, another 30 minutes that you meditated. Man, you could have got up, could have read a book, a few pages, some positive affirmations, prepared yourself for the day ahead, but instead, you looking at other people being motivated for themselves, doing what you should be doing for yourself because you caught up in a world of fantasy and you're not being consistent. You're not being consistent. You're not being persistent. You're not having self-worth and putting it on yourself to wake up each and every day and get something done. And I'm not here to tell you what you're not doing, but I also want to help you with how you can start to get some of these things done. So today I wanted to bring you this by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill's life principles, forcing yourself to be consistent. Because the universe loves structure, right? People love order. When something is out of order, you notice it, you see it, you spot it. Because it's out of the ordinary. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. You know when your man's moving a little different out here. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about things like that. And fellas, you know what I mean. It takes a lot to wake up every morning and to put yourself on a disciplined schedule to do the same thing every single day because it's routine. And sometimes routine can be boring, but by establishing those building blocks of routine, it allows you to accomplish so much more. So that's why it's important for us to demonstrate not only discipline, but consistency in any task or anything that you set out to do. I know I try to. And that's something that we all should do. So let's see what Napoleon Hill thought about consistency. Get the music down a little bit. And let's get into it.
Why do some people reach their goals while others give up just days in? The answer isn't luck, talent, or even motivation. It's perseverance. The ability to show up every single day, regardless of how you feel or what's going on around you. And let's be honest, staying consistent is hard. That's why you must train yourself to do it, especially on the days you don't feel like it. In this journey, I will help you break through your excuses, overcome resistance, and build an unshakable mindset rooted in self-discipline. If you're ready to stop starting over and finally commit to your goals for real, then our journey begins right now. Have you ever wondered why some people succeed while others quit so quickly? Is it because they're smarter, more gifted, or simply luckier? No. The real difference lies in one thing: consistency. And I'm not talking about temporary enthusiasm, the kind that fades after a few days. I'm talking about a quiet, persistent discipline that doesn't rely on emotions. It's the strength to keep going when you're tired, bored, or when the world turns its back on you.
So you're already using ChatGPT, and well, that's awesome.
I gotta get YouTube
there is
Premium.
one little problem. You're not.
This is the foundation that every lasting success is built upon. I used to think inspiration was what kept me going, but inspiration is like the wind. It comes fast and leaves even faster. You can't build a house on the wind. but you can build a future on steady actions, repeated day in and day out. Most people begin with excitement. They write down goals. They shout, "I'm going to change my life." But a few days later, life pushes back. A cold morning, a stressful meeting, a rejection, and suddenly they start to postpone. I'm not saying this to judge you. I'm saying it so you can forgive yourself and start again from a stronger foundation. That foundation is consistency, not because you feel like it, but because you're committed. When you act consistently, you begin to build a new kind of trust. Trust in yourself. Every time you overcome laziness, every time you keep a promise to yourself, you are proving, silently and powerfully, I'm someone I can rely on. And once you can trust yourself, everything changes. You no longer wait for encouragement. You stop depending on your mood. You don't wait for motivation to act. You become the force that drives you. Look at truly successful people, athletes, artists, entrepreneurs. Do you think they wake up every day full of passion? Of course not. They have bad days too. But the difference is they still show up. They still train. They still write. They still make the calls. They take action, even when no one's watching, even when no one claps. Because they understand something simple but powerful. Repetition creates results. At first, your efforts may seem unnoticed. But think of a snowball rolling down a mountain. With every push, it grows. Consistency is that push. Without it, nothing moves. You might do the right thing today and see no change, but do it again tomorrow and the next day, and again the week after. One day you'll wake up and realize you are no longer who you used to be. You've changed. Not loudly, not dramatically, but in the quietest and most sustainable way possible. And here's something important. Consistency is not a gift. It's a skill, a choice. Just like a muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. You don't have to start big. Start small. So small you can't fail. 5 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of journaling, 1 push-up every morning. You're not doing it because you enjoy it. You're doing it because this is who you want to become. Every small, consistent act sends a message to your brain. This is who I am now. And when you repeat it enough, your brain will believe it, and you'll begin to act from that new identity. But don't confuse consistency with perfection. You will miss a day. You will slip. What matters is how fast you come back. It's not I never fall. It's I always get back up. You don't need to be the most talented. If you are more consistent than others, you will go further. That's a promise from me to you. And it's a promise you must make to yourselves. From now on, every morning, remind yourself, I don't need inspiration. I need action. And I will show up, no matter what. Because if you keep showing up, you will surpass those who are smarter, stronger, or even luckier than you. Life doesn't reward those who start. It rewards those who stay. And I truly believe you can be that person. If you've ever told yourself, I'll do it maybe tomorrow, or I just need a bit more time to prepare, you're not alone. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's your brain's defense mechanism when faced with fear, uncertainty, or overwhelm. And perfectionism, though it may sound noble, is often the most deceptive mask procrastination wears. Left unchecked, both will silently steal your time, your energy, and eventually your confidence in yourself. I want you to understand one thing clearly. Procrastination is the silent thief of success. It doesn't scream, it doesn't make noise, but it seeps into every small decision, keeping you in a state of, I'll start someday. But someday never comes. You don't need more time. You need to start right now with whatever you have. When something feels scary or too much to handle, your brain will instinctively seek escape, scrolling your phone, watching short videos, snacking, or switching to easier tasks. That's not because you lack discipline. It's because you haven't yet learned to reduce resistance. The key is not to focus on the whole task. Start with just 5 minutes. Say to yourself, I only need to do this for 5 minutes and then I can stop if I want. Most of the time, once you begin, you'll go far beyond those 5 minutes. Stop waiting for inspiration. Motivation doesn't precede action, it follows it. It's action, even the smallest kind, that generates momentum. Stop overthinking. Act. You don't need to know everything, you just need to do the first thing. Another cause of procrastination is perfectionism. You hesitate to begin because you fear not doing it well enough. But here's the truth. Nothing excellent is born perfect on the first try. Perfection is just an excuse to avoid failure. Yet while you're waiting for the perfect moment, others have already started, made mistakes, and made progress. You must pursue progress, not perfection. Done is better than perfect when perfect never gets done. Creating artificial deadlines is another effective way to beat procrastination. Without a clear deadline, your brain assumes you have all the time in the world. Set a cutoff point. Remind yourself. Share it with someone. Schedule it like a non-negotiable appointment. If your focus is often broken by your environment, take control of your space. Turn off notifications. Close unnecessary tabs. Clean your desk. Place your phone out of reach. When your space is detoxed, your behavior becomes easier to direct. A simple but powerful strategy is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. If the task feels too big, break it into parts that only take 2 minutes to start. Small actions reduce mental resistance, and repeated small actions build momentum. You also need accountability. Tell someone what you're working on. Let them check in on your progress. Knowing that someone is counting on you doubles the chances you'll follow through. Your environment shapes you more than you think. Surround yourself with action takers. If you're constantly around procrastinators, you'll absorb their energy. But if you immerse yourself in a space filled with commitment and drive, you'll be pulled upward. Choose your environment intentionally. Procrastination feeds on excuses. I'm not ready. I'm tired. Next week will be better. Every excuse sounds reasonable until you pause and ask, what's the worst that could happen if I just start? And then ask again, what will happen if I don't? Picture the consequences of continued delay. A year from now, you're still in the same place. Same dreams, no progress. Now imagine the reward of taking action today.
Let me clap that up. Let me clap that up. We could have kept going with that. I'm definitely going to get into some more Napoleon Hill because he speaks from another level with it. And doesn't it feel crazy because this is not anything that we don't know, but it just positively enforces the things that we already do know. That's what makes this kind of stuff more impactful. Because we all kind of know the right path or the things that we should be doing, but sometimes we just don't have the energy to do it. Sometimes we don't have the wherewithal or, just the energy to really get up and do it. But start off with that one to 5 push-ups every morning. Start off, opening a book that you placed next to your bed the night before, instead of waking up and automatically opening up your phone to see what's going on social media. Most important, remember that you are worthy. Because when you think of yourself with the self-worth and you put value on who you are, then you'll put value on all of the minutes that you have in your life, all of the time that you have available, the people that you're allowing into your circle. You'll place emphasis on the things that you're doing instead of just going outside aimlessly and doing things not in any particular order and wondering why you're burnt out at the end of the day. Is because you didn't organize and optimize your time and your availability between people, places, and things. So by changing those things, you become a totally new person. So I don't want to hear about the person that you think you are right now, because every single time you wake up, you're a new person from the person that you were yesterday. Whether you're new in the aspect of doing things better or you're new in the aspect of doing things worse. But there's still one thing that remains. As long as you wake up each and every day, you still have opportunity to do something different. That's every second, minute, hour, day, week, month, year. So I don't want to hear any excuses, and I don't want you to give yourself any excuses, because that's just leading to procrastination. And that's just because you're afraid of the opportunities that lie in front of you. You're afraid. So that's why you didn't really get up and do what you were supposed to do, because you didn't know what the outcome would be. You wanted to sign up for that new trade school, didn't you? You want to be a plumber, huh? But you don't know if you'll be good at it. Get somebody bathroom, bust a pipe, bathroom all wet up. I understand the nightmares that you may have. Thousands of dollars in damage, moldy floors. We understand the things that can happen. You know, ass crack Sean when you're bending over a beautiful woman behind you. We know the things that you're afraid of out here. But the fact remains the same. You cannot accomplish any goal that you do not set out to conquer if you do not take the first step to do it. The first step. That's how come I'm worthy one, not the two. Because how can I be two when I'm number one? I already woke up with a plan for myself. So how can I allow anything else around me to take full control when I'm the person in control? And if I'm working at anyone's 9 to 5, then guaranteed I'm going to utilize that time to make the place that I'm at better. I'm not going to show up and then have a bad attitude because I'm there, because I had to wake up to be there. Because if I didn't want to be there, I didn't have to wake up, brush my teeth, get dressed, and go to a place just to give people their attitude, because I have one with myself because I'm frustrated. We have to do better. You have to show and prove out here. Grind for what you want to shine for. Once again, it's your boy, the worthy one, never the two. Never the two. How can I be two when I'm number one? Hottest under the sun. I know that's corny, but it's my little slogan, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Once again, we had another one, another banger right here. And that was about consistency, because if you don't have consistency in your life, then forget about all the other aspects. Because, I mean, just the fact that you have the ability to wake up every single day and take a breath gives you the ability to set out and be all that you can be. And you might not be what you want to be today or tomorrow, maybe not even by next year, but you'll be a little bit closer if you take that step today. Take that step today. So take that with you guys, all right? I'll be back same time, same place. Another one.